Hey, let's heal these potatoes. It's I healed them once before. Now I got weeds coming in here, and the foliage is beginning to fall over. So I need to heal them up again so we can get all this dead foliage out, just so they look good. I got in here compost, which you saw me replenish the pile over there. So you get the compost from the bottom. You always get the compost from the bottom because that's what's broken down the most. And I got here, which is hard to see, but this is bone meal, this is blood meal, this is kelp meal. Bone meal for the phosphorus, blood meal for the nitrogen, kelp meal for the phosphorus and all the other minerals. Kelp meal, I've had a hard time finding. Azomite, the rock dust. So kelp meal is a good substitute. It has all the micronutrients along with the phosphorus. So I'm good with that. I haven't got Azomite off of. I see it for sale on Amazon. I don't know if it's any good. Because in all honesty, it'll be my first time using it, so I don't know. I'll try it, but I won't put it over a whole bed. I'll just put it around a few in one bed and see what the difference is. Then we'll go from there. All right, let's heal these up. The thing that I'm happy about, I didn't say, you didn't see me when I was pulling it over to me to begin healing. It was heavy. Heavy to me equates to we had developing potatoes underneath. All right. Water it in so all those organic fertilizers can break down. And again, along the roots, what happens is, you see these nodes right here? Those nodes are also underneath here. That's where you will get the potatoes to start growing out of. So anything that's underneath, that's inside the soil, that has these nodes, you'll see it sprout. Well, you won't see it sprout because it's underneath. I'm telling you what's going on. You'll see it'll sprout and it'll start growing potatoes from there. Water it. You're saying, wow, he got that water standing up. Yeah, it takes a lot of water to form potatoes. So am I overdoing it? No. All right, and you know what gardening is, patience. And let's see, you know, this is the second one. I did this batch a month after I did the batch that's out there. And in a soon episode that's coming soon, we will actually flip those out and see if we got anything in there. Like, share, and subscribe, please. We'd appreciate it. Also, go to our Facebook group. If you got any suggestions on anything that you've seen today, how I could do it better, how I could do it differently, how can I do it more efficiently, that's what our group is for. So join us on the Facebook group. Cutting it up with Michael. And we'll see you next time. With Michael. Today we're going to make some stuffed green peppers. You see those green peppers that are sitting there? Those came straight from the garden at the beginning of fall, and that's what inspired this recipe. Let's go over the ingredient list today. Let's begin with the fresh ingredients. We have onions, carrots, celery, green pepper, garlic, and tomatoes. In a French cuisine, that would be called a mirepoix. In Cajun cuisine, based in New Orleans, it would be called the Holy Trinity. And in Latin cuisine, it would be called a sofrito, but it's minus the cilantro. We can talk more in detail about the combination of aromatics that make up these flavoring agents in our Facebook group at Cutting It Up with Michael. Now let's go through the other ingredients that are there. We got Worcestershire sauce. We have infused olive oil. We have aged balsamic vinegar. We have stone ground mustard, salt and pepper, onion powder, garlic powder, and dried thyme leaves. And the two standbys, the Cutting It Up with Michael, garlic oil, and the spice rub. Let's begin by sauteing the vegetables that we are going to cook within the rice. This stuffing for these stuffed peppers is a rice and ground beef mixture. Get a heavy bottom pan because we're going to be sauteing the vegetables, and we also saute the rice, which I always saute the rice before I cook because it just adds such a depth of flavor. Here we're adding the infused olive oil. Now we're going to begin to add the aromatics. We're going to start with the onions. Now we do the green pepper. Now the celery. Now the carrots. And we're going to hold off until the aromatics have softened before we add the garlic, because we don't want to burn the garlic. But remember how I always talk to you about seasoning? We need to season these vegetables. As Emeril Lagasse used to say, vegetables are mostly water. They don't come with no flavorings. So we got to make it taste good. While the vegetables are sauteing for the rice, let's start cutting up some aromatics for the ground beef. We're going to chop up onions, carrots, green pepper, tomatoes, and garlic. While you're watching my knife skills, let's listen to some music. Now let's season the vegetables for the ground beef. Alright, let's put the stuffing together for the green peppers. Your ground beef is already in the bowl. Now add your rice that you just cooked. And then we're going to add breadcrumbs. And we only add breadcrumbs for it to be able to mold. We're not trying to make a breadcrumb or bread stuffing. Our stuffing is rice and ground beef. And then we're going to add some cheddar cheese and we're going to mix thoroughly until it becomes molded enough to be able to stay inside of the green peppers without falling out of the green pepper as it bakes in the oven. Heat your oven to 350 degrees to prepare it to bake the green peppers. Green peppers are probably going to have a total cooking time of 45 minutes, and how that's broken down, the first 30 minutes are going to be for them to cook thoroughly inside and out, and the last 15 minutes, and even if you're going to do a 15 minutes, I want you to watch it the second time we put it in, because we're going to take them back out and we're going to put a topping on them, and then we're going to put them back in the oven on broil, and that could take anywhere from 5 to 15 minutes. So you have to watch it because we're going to leave it as it cooks in both stages in the middle rack of the oven. Do not bring it up high. Keep it on the middle rack as everything is cooking. Okay, let's prepare the green peppers for cooking. Let's put some water in the bottom so that they can steam and cook all the way through. Then we're going to put some infused olive oil on it. And then we're going to season them with salt and pepper. Again, they gotta taste good too, because we know the stuffing is good. So we gotta make sure the green peppers taste good too. Okay, let's stuff the peppers. Make sure that you get them nice and full. Put as much as you can fit into each pepper. Now that we have the peppers stuffed, let's place them in the middle rack of the preheated 350 degree oven and let them cook for 30 minutes. After they are cooked for 30 minutes, we will remove them from the oven, sprinkle some breadcrumbs on the top of each pepper along with some cheddar cheese. Then we will place it back in the oven, having set the temperature to broil, and place them again on the center rack, the same rack that you had it on before, at anywhere from 5 to 10 minutes. We just want the cheese to melt, and after that cheese has melted and crusted on top, it is time to serve and eat them.
Now those look delicious. Take the challenge. Make some stuffed peppers. You can get this recipe and many other recipes off our website to help and aid you along the way. Cutting it up with Michael. We ask you to subscribe. We ask you to get notification. We ask you to comment, like, and share this channel. Cutting it up with Mike. Enjoy. Delicious.